What's up, guys? Welcome back to Brain Gains. Currently just after 2:15 p.m. on Tuesday afternoon. Yesterday was arm day. That went very well as usual. Decided to focus a bit more on the lower weight by just hitting 6 reps on, I believe it was 45 and 55, and then still, giving some love to the higher weight with 60 and 65. And then did the usual regular curls, did those alternating. I usually do those simultaneously, so I'm curling both at the same time, but I decided to switch it up and do alternating. I've done that like the very first time I did the curls, and then I think the two previous times I did simultaneously, and then this time I did alternating. And then did the forearm grippers. Those went really well this time. Just got a really good forearm workout doing those this time. I just need to find the correct weight to do on those to where it's not too much, where I'm not getting proper form and all that stuff, but I don't want to do too little of weight, so I'm not really working out my forearms. But I'm trying to kind of just find a little sweet spot to where I'm getting a good amount of weight, so still getting a good workout in, but still being able to maintain form. Usual preacher curls, didn't go up to 90 just because I wanted to work more on reps, and when I go up to 90, I can't do as many, and so just didn't want to go all the way up to there. And then I did 2 sets of pushdowns this time instead of pulldowns for the whole thing for the triceps, and then did the usual the minibar forearm curls. I didn't do as many of those as I usually could because I kind of killed my forearms and the forearm grippers, but at least I'm getting the forearms in general, so I can't be too mad about that. But the other topic of today's video, as the title implies, is taking blame. And I'm not taking blame for anything specific to the video, but it's just a general thing. As far as I talk about health and fitness in this channel, and part of health is mental health. And learning when to take blame, and also knowing when the blame isn't yours, even though people are putting it on you, is very important. My dad is a very bad, quote-unquote, offender as far as taking or putting the blame on other people. He's very bad about taking the blame for himself. But whatever it is in life, if it's a small little minor inconvenience, something that happens, something in work, something in school, maybe in video games, stuff like that, taking the blame, or, knowing when to say, it's my fault, I'm sorry, I'll take that one, is very important. You can't always, and you shouldn't always say, oh, you could have done this, or why didn't you do that? That's not healthy to do, especially for other people's mental health, and it's not healthy for you because that makes it seem like you're perfect and you're above these people, and that makes those people that you're blaming makes them feel like they're below you, when that isn't the case usually. But especially for me in video games, because that's something I play a lot, I'm very open to saying, hey, that was my fault, or hey, I messed up, that one's on me. Like I said, but it's also very important to know that if someone does put the blame on you, it's very important to know that sometimes it isn't your fault. So even though they do put the blame on you, it's smart and it's good to know when it isn't on you. It shouldn't be on you, and it was their fault, or even someone else's fault, someone that wasn't even mentioned. That's very important, just to know for yourself that, okay, even though they're saying this is my fault, I know it isn't, and I'm not going to live with that. I'm not going to deal with that because it's something I shouldn't have to deal with because I'm not at fault for it. So, just knowing when it isn't your fault, even when someone says it is, and also knowing when to take the blame rather than putting on someone else, is very important to having a good mental health, or being mentally healthy, I guess, is a better way to put that. And so, sometimes taking the blame, even when it isn't your fault, is sometimes good, because some people just, they just had blame, stuff like that, put on them, they can't handle it. And so, if you can handle it, maybe you can take the blame for somebody else, So just say, it's my fault, even though you may know it's someone else's fault, but you just want to take the blame because, you can handle it, and maybe they can, or, you just want to lighten up on them, give them easier time. So, just in general, knowing when to take the blame, knowing blame's not yours and all that stuff is very important. And, just get to know yourself, and, how you can take blame, stuff like that, because not everyone takes blame the same way. Not everyone can handle it. Some people can handle it more than others. So just, get to know yourself mentally in that sense, and, go from there. But hopefully with COVID, y'all are wearing those masks in public and around people. If you like the video, really appreciate it. If you could subscribe to the channel, so really appreciate that. I'll catch y'all next time. Adios.